knife down.
Oh, so you made a choice. You remember. Selfish. This is not about you. This is war. This is sacrifice.
Take her back.
Shalom. It's Brother Shema Basar. Quick two-hitter quitter with starting with 1 Corinthians 6 verse 11. Okay? And want to start giving all praise due to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Okay? And respect and charity to all you brothers out in the battlefield pushing this word with sincerity and truth. Okay? Keep pushing. All right. 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 11. 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 11. And it says, and such were some of you, but you are washed, but you are sanctified, but you are justified in the name of the Lord Mashiach Yahushua and by the Spirit of the Most High. Okay, but let me start at verse 9 so you can get really understanding. It says, know you not that unrighteousness shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of the Most High. In verse 11, here's the point. And such were some of you, but you are washed, but you are sanctified, but you are justified in the name of the Lord Mashiach Yahushua and by the Spirit of the Most High. Right, meaning that we all had those characteristics when we was once in this part of the world. But now we're not part of the world because we're being renewed, our minds renewed, refreshed by the scriptures. So we're taking on a new mentality, a new way of thinking, a new way of conduct through the Spirit of Yahushua. Because all of us had some of these characteristics, but it started at verse 9. It says that don't be fooled. None of these qualities would you inherit into the kingdom of the Most High unless you repent and change your ways. So when you come into the Most High, it shows what? When you come into learning Yahushua, it shows that you're repenting, that first or you changing from the old way of thinking, the old man, and you putting on a new man mind. The new man mind is what? The mind of Yahushua, the direction of Yahushua. Because Yahushua is the commandments, right? Okay? So such was some of us. Okay? So now we're not doing that no more. You know what I'm saying? We are fighting those things. We're putting those things away. Okay? Now, Colossians chapter 3, verse 5 to 7. Colossians chapter 3. We just go. And this is an ongoing fight. You know what I'm saying? For some of us. You know what I'm saying? Some of us are stronger in certain departments than others. But we all still fall short to the glory of the Most High. So don't act like you better than anybody else. Because you've been here, if you've been studying the truth for 10 years or 12 years, don't act like that. Because you still got a lot to learn. We're always learning in Yahushua. Remember that. We're always fighting these sins in this flesh. You know what I'm saying? Because Yahushua said that that he went through it. He was persecuted. He was tempted. You know what I'm saying? And he showed us that this is the way that we can beat this, that we can counteract those sins through praying, through meditation on the scriptures, to meditation on the Lord's statute commandments. Okay? The whole thing, the whole book. All right? So every man, I don't care who he is or what he think of himself, every man is still fighting in the flesh. Every man. That's why we got Yahushua. We wasn't fighting in the flesh, we wouldn't need him then, right? it would all be in vain. Everything that we doing would all be in vain. So that shows that man ain't got it all together. He's challenging these in the flesh. Okay? Even great teachers, good speakers, they still challenge it in the flesh. They still warring in the flesh. Because if they wasn't, they wouldn't need Yahushua. Every man is going through a trial. Every man is sinning. That's why we rehearsing the righteous acts. A lot of people say that, but they don't understand that. Colossians chapter 3. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil, concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry, for which things sake the wrath of the Most High come on the children of disobedience. See, when you enter these things, you're going against the Most High, because the Most High he's not dealing with that. All right, so you have to try to get rid of that. In verse 7, it says, in which you also walked sometime when you lived in them, but now you also put off all these: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. Verse 9, lie not one to another, seeing that you have put off the old man with his deeds. What it means by that, the old man with his deeds, you're not doing those same qualifications of the world that we first mentioned. Drunkenness. It says mortify those members. Okay? And then it says, but now you also put off these: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. Verse 9, lie not one to another, seeing that you have put off the old man with his deeds. You are a new man because you come into Yahushua. You should become a better man. You should be a better man. You should be growing. Now you're a spiritual man. You're no longer thinking in the fleshly, in a carnal matter. That's why these scriptures is powerful, because you're no longer walking and living as the flesh of the world. You're a spiritual man now. A spiritual man knows all things, and he could judge, but who could judge him? That's how you could judge. And then it says, and have put off verse 10, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge. Knowledge of what? Knowledge and wisdom and understanding of the scriptures, which is Yahushua, which comes in the volume of the book. Which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him. Okay? Yahweh, the Father, and his Son, Yahushua. Where there is neither Greek nor Jew, circumcision nor uncircumcision, barbarian, Scythian, bond nor free, but Yahushua is all in all. That's it. Yahushua is all in all. So put on therefore as the elect of the Most High, right? Because the Most High is coming from the elect of Israel first and foremost. And Lord willing, the men that's out there in the battlefield, we're hoping and faith that we are the elect. That's why we're laboring. Okay, that's why we out here. We're considered as unprofitable servants, doing what we ought to do. Okay? Put on therefore as the elect of the Most High, holy and beloved, bowels of mercy, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long suffering. This is how you deal with your brothers as well. You know what I'm saying? This is how you deal with your people. You know what I'm saying? Even though some of them is wicked or whatever like that, or evil, because they don't know these scriptures. But we are supposed to be an example for the people, the light for the people, just like Yahushua was the light for us. And the people, I'm talking about the 12 tribes of Israel. Even though we are light for the nations as well, you know what I'm saying? That's why we got to get ourselves together. And the only way we're going to get ourselves together, as Zephaniah 2:1, it says, gather yourself together, O nation not desired. We have to gather ourselves together. How? Coming into Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah in the volume of the book, these scriptures. Where it says in Zephaniah 2:1, gather yourself together, O nation not desired, before the decree, before the fire come, before destruction come. Gather yourselves together to be on one accord of Yahushua. Put on therefore as the elect of the Most High, holy and beloved bowels of mercy, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long-suffering. And I'm hit you with something. All those that I just mentioned, those qualifications as being having mercy, kindness, and humbleness of mind, meekness, and long-suffering, those would be characteristics of the person of being of the elect. The elect would have these characteristics in them: meekness, humbleness, long-suffering. All right? It says, forbearing one another and forgiving one another. If any man have a quarrel against you, wait, let me read that again. Forbearing, verse 13, forbearing one another and forgiving one another. If any man have a quarrel against any, your brother, especially your brothers, all right? If any man have a quarrel against any, even as Yahushua forgave you, so also do you. You're supposed to forgive your brothers, because he died for us, right? For our sins. Give us a second chance. So your brother who you see every day, you should have that same kind of, that frame mind, that same kind of thinking. That's it. Brothers, Shema Basar. Shalom.